Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have a virtual press conference that I just had to put together, man. I'm really excited about this fight. I'm really excited about these two young prospects that have been coming up in fighters rep, making a name for themselves in the striking community, in kickboxing. It is, to the right of your screen, Ian Holloway. To the left of your screen, Trevor Blakeslee. Listen, two up and coming prospects you're not going to want to miss that are going to be throwing down at Fighters Rep 17. And gentlemen, I want to start with Ian. I want to start with you, man. How are you doing this evening? What are you up to?
Good. Just got done. Picked up some meals from Always Ready Meals. Shout out them. Always getting me right for every fight camp. So shout out them. Train a little bit at Huntington Beach Fight Club. So we just doing the normal.
Yeah, yeah. And Trevor, I think you mentioned to me before we got on, you're on your, not your first, not your second practice, maybe your third practice for today. I mean, you're really dialed in for this one. Tell me what's going on with you.
Yeah, yeah. We're just every fight treat it like this is the hardest fight. We'll be ready. Um, just trying to stay ready, be in the best shape for each one, and look to get better every time.
I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you say that. I'm glad you're taking this fight seriously because obviously, I mean, I made this fight for a reason. I think you guys know I made this fight for a reason. You guys are two nonstop action, talented young prospects that I'm very excited about building. And the reason that I'm doing this virtual presser not only because you guys are going to be competing at Fighters Rep 17, but because there seems to be a little bit of banter going on between the two of you, and I'd like to get to the I'd like to get to the source of it. So, I kind of want to start with Ian.
I'd
What
like
are what are your thoughts as to what's going on here?
same as you. I'd like to get to the source of it. I think it's kind of funny that the reaction some people are having to fighting me. I don't think it's a cakewalk to fight me, and I don't take it lightly to play with my name or my gym. So that's where I'm at, and so I would love to find out why, they think it's sweet. Honestly,
Right, right, and 3-0 in the Lions. Then I don't think it's a cakewalk either. Trevor, kind of tell me what's going on because when we put this match out there, you may have made a comment kind of in jest. I don't know what your intention was, but I think Ian may have taken it some kind of way. Kind of let me know what your thoughts are on this fight.
Well, honestly, I was just excited to fight him. To be honest, I just seen him up and coming. I was just when I heard that, I was just real interested. I was like, all right,
Ah,
let's
jeez.
go. I'm ready. Like I just thought it'd be a good fun fight for fans.
I see. I see. So I think what Ian and what other people might have thought was, oh, I get to fight this guy. This is going to be easy. But knowing Trevor's personality and the way he fights, listen, let's be honest. Trevor's personality comes out in the way that he fights. He comes for war every time. I think it sounds like he's just genuinely excited to fight you, Ian, and I would be genuinely excited to fight you if I was Trevor as well, because man, you guys have done nothing but bring it the past couple fighters reps.
no, I totally agree, and I'll shout out respect to Trevor, cheering for him his last fight. Um, but it's business, and it's like I said, all respect to him and his gym and his coaches and everything. But I'm not playing with my name and what I'm trying to do. Um, I'm trying to build something, so we got to let people know, and I got to let people know in the ring February 18th, more importantly, and every time I step in the lines, for that matter. So that's what it is. We just letting people know that we here to stay on top, and we're not letting nobody take my spot.
Now, Ian, you fought for us 3 times already in a row. You don't seem the type to be letting up at all. And you've been seeing Trevor around because Trevor's been fighting for us consistently as well. Before this fight got made, I mean, were you expecting to possibly cross paths with him at some point?
1,000%, 1,000%. He's like I said, a tough fighter. He puts on a show. I've never been bored watching him fight. Like I said, I've been screaming, trying to see what he's gonna do. Um, And this is a matchup I want something, somebody's who's going to test me. He's going to bring the fire. He's going to keep coming, keep coming. And I love that. I think that plays right into my cards. And I'm definitely ready for the matchup. Like I said, it's something I want. And it's not just him I want. I want every tough match. I want everybody who's going to try to take my who thinks they're better than me or who wants to, make themselves off of me, and I'm just not going to let it happen. So I'm here to stay where I'm at and get better.
And Trevor, I gotta ask you the same thing. I mean, Ian Holloway, kind of knocked on my door, knocked it down. And I was like, all right, man, we're putting you in this Lions den. And he's kind of come out of nowhere. And now he's 3-0 here. And you're seeing him at the FightersRep events. He's seeing you. We all know you've been bringing the action as well. There's Cody Sessions in the background. We all know you've been bringing the action as well. Did you think that your paths were eventually going to cross?
I actually wasn't too sure because I knew he fights a little bit lower of a weight class than me, so I didn't really think too much about it. But I watched his fights; they're entertaining too. That's when I heard you want me to fight him. I was like, all right, that's a good matchup. I saw it as a good matchup in my eyes, and I'm just really excited for that.
I'm glad you see it the way I do, because I definitely, when I was putting this fight together, I felt like a mad scientist in a lab somewhere. This is the one. One of many great matchups on this card. But you seem very eager. You seem very eager and very excited to fight Ian. And, we were talking about this earlier, me and you, before. You've been taking a lot of fights lately. You haven't really had much of a break. This break between these two FightersRep cards, which I'm glad you're taking it because you've definitely been working hard. This kind of like the longest break you've taken. It's not even been that long, but you mentioned maybe wanting to wait until March, but then you saw this matchup. You were like, I got to take this fight. I got to jump back in here. Why are you so eager to fight Ian? What is it about Ian that makes you want to fight him?
It just seems like a really good matchup. I think we'll both test each other, and I think it's probably I don't know. I just haven't been as excited about a fight in a while. It just seemed really exciting to me, because I know he seems like he'll bring it, and then it just looks. I don't know. I'm just really excited, honestly. I can't put it in many other words than that.
Yeah. And Ian, you seem pretty excited to fight Trevor as well. I mean, is there anything you see in the way he fights? I mean, of course, we know he comes forward, but I mean, is there anything else about this fight that kind of gets you up for this fight?
Like you said, and like he said, he's motivated, he's eager. That's something I live for. I love to know somebody's coming after me like that. Same thing, respect to their gym. They got a nice little gym over there. They're doing things. They're winning in FightersRep. So it's just something I'm proud to represent Huntington Beach Fight Club and prove that we're one of the premier gyms out in Orange County in Southern California. So just trying to do our thing. And like I said, I want to succeed. I want to be great. So I love when somebody is, eager to fight me. I don't want people to be eager to fight me. That's not what I want. So I'm trying to prove that I'm one of the best out there. So I need to make sure that people aren't eager to fight me. So that's my goal.
I said, so you're trying to come in and kind of be a punisher in this one.
Listen, we're not giving up no game plans. I didn't say a punisher. I'm just saying I really want people to understand that I'm not one to play around with. I want to be somebody. I'm going to be somebody, and I am somebody now. So we got February 18th to prove something even more so. And like he said, he's eager. I'm eager too, and I really cannot wait for this matchup because it is going to be a banger. Just like he said, he's going to come forward. I'm going to come forward. And we're going to go to my pace, and we're going to do it my way and do my dance, and it'll be a good, fun fight.
Now, Ian, you've been known to push the pace as well. But, I mentioned this before, signs of a good fighter, and I've seen this out of both of you, but I've seen you adjust, right? I've seen you be technical when you had to be. I've seen you be a bully when you had to be. That being said, what is it about your style versus Trevor's, or do you see something in Trevor's style that makes you feel like you'll win this fight, or that makes you think you have the advantage in this fight?
Yeah, not to give up too much. I just think that I can do a lot. I know I can do a lot, and like you said, I can adapt. I think that's the one thing I'm most confident in myself is that I can adapt. If he wants to throw heavy, if he wants to throw quick, if he wants to be 50, if he wants to, plot me down, I can adapt, and I'm ready for everything. So that's one. Two, I got a style. I can do it. I'm athletic. I need to be more technical. That's a goal, is to be more technical. I'll give that up. I think every fight I need to get better technically. I need to be more technically sound. So I'm striving for greatness in that aspect. I want to make sure that I'm not, limiting the flaws and things like that. And it's my mentality. It's what I do. I don't think there's anybody who's willing to do what I'm willing to do, or has my mentality, wants to grind. Everybody works hard. I'm not saying he doesn't work hard. He's saying he works 3 times a day. He could be working harder than me. It doesn't matter. People don't have my mentality, what I'm trying to do. And so I'm not worried, and I'm very excited.
Now, Trevor, I think you're going to have something to say about that because, the way that you fight shows a very hard mentality as well. But I'm going to ask you the same thing. What is it about your style versus Ian's style that makes you feel like you have the advantage in this fight?
I just think I'm tough. I don't give up. I just lately working on focusing, like a lot of myself as well, just fixing mistakes I've noticed over the past few fights. Just sharpening up my tools. I feel like maybe just a little more rounded, maybe a little bit more, have a little bit more with tools, but I guess we'll see though on February 18th.
And you mentioned you're working on yourself. Ian mentioned trying to become more technical. I remember in the conference with, or in the basically the weigh-in show, you approached Chris Cully, and you kind of took some of his criticisms and you told him you were working on some stuff. And I imagine you're also, especially with a coach like Cody Sessions, in your corner, you're also constantly trying to improve yourself technically. I saw an improvement. But is that something you're also very focused on for this fight?
Yeah, it's just always looking to get better, just train harder, just sharpen the tools, just working with the team. Any little adjustments that need to be made, we're always trying to fix those, and just making sure we'll be ready for February.
Now, I mentioned the team. Obviously you have Jason Granado going to war with you again, represent for Squirrel Muay Thai. Kind of tell me how it feels to be doing this with a teammate, represent for Squirrel Muay Thai at
Speaking of
FightersRep.
Gator, there he is.
There's the Gator right
Speaking
there
of
in the
him.
picture. What's going on, Jason?
What's going on, my guy?
So yeah, the question was basically, how does it feel to be going to war with your brother there and represent for Squirrel Muay Thai in the Lions Den?
Oh, it's exciting. I mean, it's always good to have teammates there, especially fighting before or after them, it just gets you pumped up, seeing them get ready, seeing them fight. It's just real exciting. Just adds a little extra push, you see them have a good fight, and you're like, you want to have a good fight now too.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you the same thing, Ian. Big shout out to HB Fight Club. I mean, you guys have kind of burst on the scene with FightersRep for sure. I've grown accustomed to seeing you and Milshawn on the card. Unfortunately, he's had a bit of a setback with some medical issues, but I think he'll be back very soon. I see he's still in the gym supporting you, and this time you're also going to battle with your brother in arms, Chike. The Anusim, he's going to be competing. It's basically taking his first amateur bout with us. How does it feel to come out and represent HB Fight Club, man? And to have that gym, put him on your back and represent for him in the Lions Den.
It's a different vibe this time. It's fun. We got Chike coming to do his thing. Like you said, Mills is gonna be back soon. We're all working, no matter what. We're all working together, and it's that vibe of all of us trying to work together. Everybody in the gym, and so I think we're all really excited, like you said, to continue to burst on the scene and show everybody what Huntington Beach Fight Club is about.
Yeah, tell me a little bit, because I feel like the public doesn't know enough about him and should know more about him. Tell me a little bit about working with your coach, Johnny Mercurio, man, because whatever he's doing there with you guys, it's working, and he deserves a lot of credit, man.
Yeah, you know, it's like when that master chef has that secret sauce, you know, puts it on everything and it just goes. Johnny is a smart man. He's rough. He's not taking it easy on any of us, and I think that's what makes us all, you know, survive through this thing. Technique is there, like we said, the athletic ability is there, and that's all things Johnny has had. So he's able to use his experience training with a bunch of legends. He's a legend, and use his experience in a bunch of different martial arts, MMA, boxing, to give us our different technique, our different aspects. And it's everybody, all of our coaches at Huntington Beach Fight Club. It's just so much different knowledge going on down there that, you know, we could just pick and choose what suits and fits us and what really works for us, you know, and just go with it and run with it.
Big shout out to Johnny Mercurio, a veteran in the fight community. I love what he's doing with you guys over there at HB Fight Club. And I'm gonna turn it over to you too, Trevor. I mean, you got Cody Sessions in your corner. He's still, he probably still hasn't reached his prime himself as a fighter, but my goodness, his ability as far as coaching goes, I mean, it's proven over and over and over again in the Lions Den. What does it mean to you to have Cody Sessions in your corner? What can you say about Cody Sessions?
Oh, it's just I think he's a great coach. I mean, he brought me up from scratch. Like I didn't even know what Muay Thai was before like training with him. It was random. He just asked me to take a class like a few years ago, and now I'm here, and just everything he goes over is just super detailed. We spend like 10 minutes just going over like a combo with us, just like every little minor little critique and detail. Like it's just he's very particular and just like how he analyzes things, like his brain, like I don't even know how he like does it, and like he's so technical about it. It's crazy. You just sit there and like any question you ask, like he always has the answer. Or I mean, like, or he'll come back to you the next day and be like, no, like actually this is blah blah, like he's just like a well of knowledge of fighting. I learned so much from him over the past few years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Trevor, I wanted to ask you on February 18th, Fighters Rep 17 is going down. It's going to be you and Ian Holloway in that Lions Den, and we're going to figure it out. But I want you to let us know, what do you think is going to happen when you square off against Ian Holloway on Fighters Rep 17 on February 18th? How do you see this going? How do you see this fight going?
I think it'll be a good hard fight. That's what I'm there to do. I don't want no easy fights. That's not fun. I just love fighting, and I love a challenge. So but I mean, I want to go in there if I didn't think I was gonna win. Like what? So I think we're gonna bring home the dub. So I'm excited. I'm ready, and I think it'll be a good hard fight for both of us. I think we'll both test each other.
I love it. And Ian, what are your thoughts on this, man? What happens at Fighters Rep 17 on February 18th?
February 18th, the marathon continues. We're going to continue to be great. Huntington Beach Fight Club, the bad boys, it's happening again. It's going to be a great fight, the best fight there. It's a lot of great fights on this card. But like Trevor said, we're coming for fight of the night for sure, for sure. And we're definitely going to do that. He's committed to it. I'm committed to it. And I'm committed to that dub. So I'm going to make it happen on February 18th.
I'm very, very excited about this fight. I got to say, and you guys have seen this card. I mean, this card is just absolutely stacked, ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation. But, I got these two young prospects on this virtual press conference right now because this is a can't miss fight. I think this fight in and of itself is worth the price of admission. At this time, of course, the card is always subject to change, but we've got 18 absolute bangers, pro and amateur, featuring some of the best kickboxers in the world on this card. And I just cannot wait for this card. Trevor, I'm going to ask you, man, why should people buy tickets, in your opinion, to Fighters Rep? Why should people go on and buy tickets and watch this thing?
Why shouldn't they? I'm fighting. Every fight has been good. I'm getting better every time. Uh, I just think they'll be missing out, you know. Um, but yeah, if anybody needs some tickets, you hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram's the little handle right here, I think. So yeah, you hit me up, get some tickets, and especially too the whole card fire, and my teammates too, David and Jason. More great fights. It's stacked, honestly.
That's right. David defending his middleweight title. We've got Joshua Caldwell defending his super middleweight title. We've got, Sam Fournier, Amal Rasuli fighting for a heavyweight title. Ian, I'm going to go on over to you, man. Why should people that are sitting on the fence right now, which is crazy, but why should they go and get their tickets to Fighters Rep 17? Why should they buy the live stream if they can't make it?
This is the real deal. If you don't know, now you know. Headgear's coming off, shin guard's coming off. We're going crazy. It's going to be a banger. There's a bunch of amazing fights on there, a bunch of great up and comers, a bunch of fighters that have already made it. It's going to be a banger. And once again, I'm going to do my thing and come join me on the train and trying to be great. Follow me at Ian Holloway on Instagram, and we're going to get it done.
I love it. Listen, you bring up a great point. You guys get to take the gear off for this fight. Ian, how do you feel about that, man?
It's what I love. It does not change for me. It's every Saturday, a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Saturday for me. Um,
Yeah.
is every day is what I do. I think it's something I've been waiting for. I think it's gonna play into my hands. It's gonna play into my hands in the fact that I'm gonna have to bite down. The shots they gonna hurt a little bit more. Kicks they gonna be a little bit harder, but it's gonna be the same thing on my end. And like I said, I'm confident in my ability, and I'm confident in my work ethic. So
For sure. And Trevor, I'm going to ask you the same thing, man. The shin guards, the headgear, it all comes off against Ian. How you feel about that?
I'm comfortable, you know. I mean, you know CJ too, man. Like I've been training with him since the beginning. Like my body's conditioned, you know. Not many people have taken kicks from him for years. Like it's not fun, but my body's conditioned. I'm ready for that.
I love it. I love it. Now I'm gonna let you guys have the floor. I want to thank you guys for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. Again, I think this fight is an absolute banger, and I'm really excited to showcase both of you guys. I think either way, both of your stocks go up, taking such a tough fight against each other, and that's the kind of whole purpose of Fighters Rep is to get you guys the absolute best experience you can get at the amateur level. So when we turn you boys pro, can't nobody mess with you guys. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start with you, Ian. I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Anyone you want to shout out, anyone you want to thank on this journey of yours, which has been very exciting.
first and foremost, all glory to God. Very grateful to even be in this position. I never thought I'd be fighting or doing anything like this. So that's number one. Two, shout out my family, my mom, my dad, my uncles, my cousins, my sisters, and shout out my gym. And, my gym and my friends, Huntington Beach Fight Club. We are doing it. We're going to be great. We are working on something different down there. I don't think there's a lot of gyms out there trying to help people out like we're trying to help people out, have a lot of different programs to help those people out. So please take a look at Huntington Beach Fight Club and what we're doing over there with their multiple different programs. It's just different out there. It's a different vibe. We really want to help people as well as build some champions out that gym. Shout out to my sponsors, Red Bowie Nutrition, sponsoring the gym, Always Ready Meals, sponsoring me, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready, and Trevor. I'm grateful for you, bro. I really am. I think this is going to be a fight to definitely level both of us up. And like George said, this is early on. We taking this fight early on, and we're both going to learn a lot from this. So shout out to your gym and everybody. But I'm coming, bro. I'm coming. I promise you that. I'm coming.
Me too. Me too. It's been a good one. I know we're
Yes,
both excited.
And Trevor, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Anyone you want to shout out, anyone you want to thank on this amazing journey that's been your career so far, man. I mean, my understanding is, you went from the gym and Cody just plucked you out the gym, said, do you want to try a Muay Thai class? And now you're here fighting. Anyone you
Yeah.
want to thank?
Well, of course. Thanks to my coach, Cody. The gym that I'm at now, XFit. Um, it's a really cool gym. Everybody here's like a family. All the teammates. Everybody we train with. we all push each other every day, all getting better, all beat the hell out of each other, you know, just having fun. And also shout out my mom, she's probably watching right now too. My family too, you know. Just oh yeah, you too, George. You know, best kickboxing promotion in Southern California right now.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to
man. I
George, the
appreciate
Fighters Rep.
Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Listen, ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, you're not going to want to miss this fight. You're not going to want to miss this card. It's February 18th at the beautiful Commerce Casino. It's Fighters Rep 17. You can get your tickets right now at FightersRep.com. And if you can't make it, but you got no excuse because we have a beautiful hotel attached right to the Commerce Casino for you to come out and spend the night with us. But if you can't make it, maybe you're on the other side of the world, maybe you're on the other side of the country, maybe you're in Philadelphia where Ian's people are from, or maybe you're in Florida where my people are from. You want to watch the live stream, you can. It's just $9.99. You join the channel at FightersRep.com or right here on YouTube, $9.99. Cancel anytime, but you're not going to want to miss it. Guys, I want to thank you again for your time this evening. I know it's a bit late. You guys have been training all day. I really appreciate you guys, and I can't wait for this fight.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night. And be sure to give Trevor and Ian a follow on Instagram. Be sure to give them a follow on Instagram.
Yes.
Also, follow us on Instagram at FightersRep. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, share. Any questions you got for these guys, drop it in the comments below. We'll see you guys on February 18th at FightersRep 17. Have a good night, everybody.
Let's go.